The price of sheep and how well the environment is doing right now are both good signs for Shiba Inu. But Satoshi's latest message to the community suggests that things will soon get even better. You won't want to miss this pleasant treat, so make sure to keep watching. Disclaimer before we talk about the main topic. You should know that Shiba bulls have pretty much taken over the market at this point, which nobody is upset about. I already said that Shiba is in a good place in terms of its price and the overall health of its environment, and this is a big reason why. A crypto intelligence site called Into the Block says that more than 2.8 trillion sheep tokens were bought in just 24 hours, which is pretty amazing on its own. But that number is even more amazing when you look at how many sheep tokens were sold in the same time period. In the same time period, only about 203 billion sheep tokens were sold, which is a lot less than how many were bought. Also, since Sunday, about 400 billion more sheep have been bought than have been sold. So it's clear that most people in the Shiba Inu market have a good attitude. People are more likely to keep their tokens and even buy more with them than to give them up. Analysts, on the other hand, say that there seems to be a constant fight between buyers and sellers of sheep right now. But if you watch how the price of the token goes up and down, you can figure out what each side of this fight is thinking. Well, Shiba's muscles have grown by more than 12% in the past 3 weeks, and he even broke through a level of resistance. So I think it's safe to say that the sheep is doing well. As for Satoshi's most current message, I'm sure you'll love this one. So, we all know that Shibarium's beta test form of the internet, called PuppyNet, was released last month. So far, it's been going really well, getting things done in a matter of seconds. Millions of transactions have already been done on the site, and there are also now millions of wallets on the platform. But these wins haven't changed much about Burn Sheep or its price, and that's probably because it's the testnet version. If this is true, it would mean that the Shibarium platform would need to be launched before we could start to see the good results we all hope for. The fact that the PuppyNet worked shows that the real platform would also work. Well, it looks like we're all in luck because Shibarium might come out a lot sooner than we thought. Satoshi just said that Shibarium might be ready to go in 2 to 4 months. He said that the Shibarium network development team is focusing on building systems more than anything else right now. He also said that he might try being a systems designer next time to make things like the ticket system or onboarding. But it's hard to tell if he was just kidding. In yesterday's film, we talked about how the number of wallets on the PuppyNet went up by a huge amount. Well, it would have been cool to know that millions of people all came to the platform at the same time. But there seems to be a different reason. It seems that the huge number of new wallets was part of a stress test to see if the platform can handle a large number of wallets being registered at once. I'm not saying that there aren't millions of original wallets on Dognet, but many of them were made just for the test. Here's what the person who came up with the stress test, ShePixelPups, wrote on Twitter. I wrote a script that made over 9.5 million wallets on Shibarium Beta and over 3 million transactions. I have also made around 1,620 tokens on the site. There's a lot of work to be done, especially in the areas of holder count processing, time, dependability, and resilience. The site now has more than 13 million wallets, which means there are about 3.5 million original wallets. Still, that's a lot for a platform that just came out last month. Satoshi has hinted that he may be working on other projects besides Shibarium. He didn't say much, but he did say that the team is working on the user interface for some secret projects. He also said something about the metaverse being full of shocks. If you've been here long enough, you know that Satoshi likes to talk like this. We'll find out when we find out, I guess. If you thought this was really helpful, please leave a review and tell your friends about this video. It really helps with YouTube's algorithm, which makes it easier for me to keep making better movies. Since then, the number of sheep that have been adopted has grown again. Again, it's because of BitPay. The company that handles payments recently said that it was partnering with Ramp Network, a fintech business that lets users buy crypto and turn it into fiat currency. Millions of people use this site, and thanks to the partnership, those people can now also buy and sell sheep. Not only that, You also writes that BitPay had already joined forces with Simplex Wire and MoonPay, according to an earlier post. Simplex bridges payments from bank cards to crypto, and Back to Wire offers a payments API to connect blockchain and companies. MoonPay is another service that lets you buy digital money. This means that Shib is getting a lot easier for people to get. That's something we'd love to see for sure. Now this is something to think about. You need to pay close attention to. The CEO of Bank of America just said something about a small downturn. CEO Brian Moynihan said recently that he thinks the US will have a mild slowdown at some point. He seems to think that everything right now points to a mild slowdown, which he says is because of the stimulus money people are getting and the money that is left over. Guru Moynihan also said, according to Watcher, that the fact that unemployment is still 3.5% means that there are more than enough jobs, and that pay growth is slowing and about to tip over. So there are still signs of inflation, but they are getting weaker. This means that things are going pretty well. So there's a small drop in the economy, and we'll see what happens. This is, of course, just a prediction, but since it comes from the CEO of the Bank of America, who seems to be an expert, it is something we should pay attention to. I do have a question about all of this, though. How do you think a slowdown would affect the crypto market and Shiba Inu in particular? Do you think more people would invest in crypto as a way to avoid the effects of a slowdown? Or do you think they would be afraid to make risky investments? Please tell us what you think by leaving a comment below. Lastly, Shiba is one of the most popular digital currencies in Turkey right now. I mean, Shib are more famous than Ethereum crypto. Without question, Shiba is getting a lot of attention around the world, especially in recent years. Turkey, on the other hand, has shown a lot of interest in the token, possibly more than other countries. Just so, according to data from Google Trends, most searches for Shiba Inu coin on Google in the last 3 months came from people in Turkey. The difference between Turkey and the next country, North Macedonia, is pretty big. Google Trends says that Nigeria, Pakistan, and the United States are also interested in Shibarium. Nigeria is in 3rd place, Pakistan is in 4th place, and the United States is in 5th place. Go to Turkey again. According to Google Trends, Shiba is the most popular alternative currency in the country. It is more common than Ethereum, Cardano, and Solana. Even more interesting is that Shib have been popular in Turkey for more than a year. We've reached the end of this movie. If you like the movie, please like it and don't forget to leave a comment in the section for comments. This helps me a lot with how YouTube works. Also, please let as many people as possible know about this movie. Let's tell everyone about this.